My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my list of my 10 most anticipated movies of 2023. And just so you know, I'm recording this video on December 3rd, so if there've been any changes in release dates or any trailers released in the past months, I wouldn't know about it because I live in the past as of right now. But look, as I said, this is just going to be the movies I'm most looking forward to in the year of 2023. So let's begin with my 10th most anticipated movie, and it's Wonka. Now, I know what you're thinking to yourself. Do we really need another Willy Wonka movie? The one in the 70s was good enough, and the Tim Burton one sucked. Do we really need another one? And I would 100% agree with you if there was anybody else behind the camera but Paul King. Paul King is one of the most underappreciated and best directors working nowadays. Paddington 1 and 2 are legitimately incredible movies, and they're so well directed with a very unique style. And if he can bring that level of craftsmanship to the Willy Wonka universe, then count me in. Anything Paul King does, I'll look forward to. So even though I do got some hesitancy towards this movie just based on premise alone, I have full faith in Paul King, so that's why it's my 10th most anticipated movie of 2023. My 9th most anticipated movie of 2023 is actually a last second change to this list, and it's Evil Dead Rises. I love the Evil Dead franchise. They haven't had a bad movie in the 4 decades they've been around for. The first movie is excellent, some great horror, some great effects, and some very good comedy. The second movie, I don't like it as much as everyone else. I do think it's funny, but I think on the basis of is it a sequel or a remake, it's a tad bit confusing, and it's funny, but I would like a little bit more to that movie, but I still give it a solid 7 out of 10 too. Then you've got Army of Darkness, which is one of my favorite movies ever. That movie is just comedy gold, great fantasy, great horror elements. Bruce Campbell gives an Oscar-worthy performance. I love it. And then the remake takes a much darker tone, but it's actually really effective and it keeps me on edge and it's really gross. So they'll fall for 4. I haven't seen the TV show, but I've heard good things. But to take this franchise and put it in the city could either go really right or really wrong. It could definitely freshen it up and make it feel unique and different, or it could make it feel more generic. So I guess we'll see, but I just love this franchise, this universe so much. And the fact it was going to go out on streaming and now it's a theatrical release says the studio has faith in it. I don't know what to expect, but if we get some really gross, effective horror, or if we get some great horror comedy elements, either way, I'm totally in for this movie, so that's why it's at number 9. My 8th most anticipated movie is Dune Part 2. Now, I liked the first Dune. I didn't like it the first time I watched it, but when I rewatched it, I'm like, okay, it's much better than I gave it credit for. It's visually stunning, such a well-made movie, great performances, some great mythology, but it does feel like a forced half. And I hope this movie pays off more story-wise and character-wise. I hope there's a bit more substance to this movie and not just the introductory to this world. So I guess we'll see, but Denis Villeneuve is one of the best directors working nowadays. He hasn't made a terrible movie. I haven't seen all of his movies yet, to be fair, but I love Arrival, I love Blade Runner 2049, I love Prisoners, I thought Enemy was good, I liked Sicario. So as far as I'm concerned, the guy's great, and yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this movie. I really hope it's big on scale, it's epic, but with some more emotion and some more substance here. And I feel like he can deliver that. My 7th most anticipated movie is Poor Things. And it's Yorgos Lanthimos' newest movie, the same guy who directed The Lobster, Killing of a Sacred Deer, and The Favorite. That even if you don't love all three of those movies, they're very unique. This director is unlike anyone else out there, and I can't wait to see what he delivers on next. The plot is this scientist brings a woman back from the dead, so you've got a great Frankenstein-like plot here. But you've got Emma Stone and Willem Dafoe starring in this movie with Margaret Qualley in it as well. So you got Yorgos Lanthimos, a great cast, a great premise, a great horror plot. I'm in. I cannot wait for this movie. My sixth most anticipated movie is The Killer. This is David Fincher's newest movie, who I just love as a director. Zodiac and The Social Network are both in my top 10 movies of all time. Seven's brilliant. Fight Club's okay. Panic Room's okay. Gone Girl, I think, is a fantastic movie. So he's made lots of great stuff. He made Mank a few years back, and I'm just like, I wish he'd go back to his wheelhouse. And then we've got the serial killer movie starring Michael Fassbender, and I'm like, okay, now this seems like a David Fincher movie that I'm excited for. So I don't know the plot, I don't know the details, but I'm sure he can deliver on making a great movie, and I hope he finally gives Michael Fassbender a good opportunity. The guy's a great actor in very few good movies. I feel bad for him, but yes, I cannot wait for this movie. My fifth most anticipated movie is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. The first movie blew me away. I had zero expectations for it, and I watched it, and I felt like I was watching something revolutionary. Just unlike anything else, and just the visual aesthetics of that movie. And I love the way they utilize the soundtrack into it. That one scene where he just jumps off the building and swings properly for the first time is such a powerful moment, but there's also lots of great character work on display. There's genuine emotion. So if they bring that same craftsmanship to this movie, then I'm unbelievably excited. I feel like it's going to be so interesting on a visual level. The plot of him going to all these different universes, each with its own unique style, is just brilliant to me. And then you've got The Spot, a great villain. I can't wait for this movie. And to be honest, I would not be surprised if this movie ends up as one of the very best of next year. I've got a great feeling about it. My fourth most anticipated movie is Wild Wood, which is the newest Leica animated movie. They made Coraline, which is in my top 10 movies of all time. They also made Paranorman, which I love so very much. That movie is just incredible. They made Kubo and the Two Strings, another fantastic movie. They made The Box Trolls and The Missing Link, which are fine. But you've got a more fantasy plot here, it sounds like. You've got yourself stop motion animation. That's all I need to know. You've got the masters doing what they do best, creating a movie that sounds like it has lots of fantasy elements, maybe some creepy elements as well. Either way, it's Leica, so I'm in. My third most anticipated movie is Insidious Chapter 5. Now, Insidious is in my top 10 movies of all time. I've said that a few times here, but it's true with every one. That movie is just terrifying. I can't watch it by myself. I get that freaked out by it. The visuals, the tension, the atmosphere, the music, the sound, just everything about that movie has me on edge. And then you got a great sequel in Chapter 2 with a very unique plot, and it's very scary as well. The third movie is very scary. The fourth one is a step down, but it's still better than it has any right being. And I love this franchise. They're 4 for 4 as far as I'm concerned. And to get a fifth one, count me in. It seems like it's going to continue after the second movie instead of being a prequel, which I'm pumped for. I got a feeling the red-faced demon will be coming back, which will be terrifying if he does. Patrick Wilson's behind the camera for the first time, and he works with James Wan enough for me to gain confidence in him as a director. I'm sure he's getting help. And yeah, I just love this franchise. I love this universe, and I just haven't been scared by a movie in a very long time, and I think this will be the one to do it this year. So, yes, I'm actually unbelievably excited for this movie. My second most anticipated movie is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and this will be the last MCU movie on a most anticipated movie list. Maybe Doctor Strange 3, but even that's doubtful. What James Gunn has brought to this universe with the first two movies is just unbelievable. He took a bunch of nothing characters and made them into instant favorites. I love this group of characters and what the cast brings to them. I love how emotional these movies are. I love the visuals, the soundtrack, the scale and scope of them. And that trailer for this movie was absolutely phenomenal. I feel like it's just going to deliver everything I wanted to, and I can't wait. So, last Marvel movie I'll be excited for, but I'm sure James Gunn will deliver here. I cannot wait for this movie. But my most anticipated movie of 2023 was actually pretty easy, and it's Mission Impossible 7. Now, I love the Mission Impossible franchise. First movie, Second movie, bad. Third movie, great. Fourth movie, even better. Fifth movie, great. And the sixth movie is in my top 10 movies of all time. Like I said, I've said that a few times already, but it's still true with that one. It's just a movie that starts out with a bang, and it only gets bigger and more fast-paced as it progresses. And it's just a masterclass in action filmmaking, and I can't wait to see what they do with this newest one. The trailer for it looks incredible, and just the fact that they always deliver on these amazing action set pieces, I truly cannot wait to see this movie on the big screen. I'm sure it's going to be tense and thrilling, and Tom Cruise just always delivers. I'm unbelievably excited for this movie. I just love a good action movie, and we get so few of them nowadays. So I'm really optimistic for this one, and if I had to put money on any movie this year to deliver, it would easily be this one. Like, I just cannot wait. That's why it's my most anticipated movie of 2023. But what are your 10 most anticipated movies of 2023? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon. And Gavin